Watching the UAAP right here on SNA, and the 1 quarter down, 19-14 as a score on the strength of a 12-1 run and an 8-0 bench explosion by FEU. What else fueled this run, Mikey Reyes?
Well, it's really just the difference between the sense of urgency that you see from the FEU Tamaraws compared to their game against Ateneo. Kanina pinag-usapan natin yung fast break points, turnover points, and second chance points. They came up in total 3 points against Ateneo. Now they already have 14 points in terms of those types of buckets. So that's a big, big difference from how they started against Ateneo.
And a drought is what LaSalle is experiencing right now. You look at the numbers there, 0 of 8 after starting, 6 of 9 in this ball game. And the drought continues for the Green Archers as LJ Gonzalez looking to fuel the second quarter. Missing the drive earlier, missing the jump shot now, Malonzo.
That's a great shot though for LJ Gonzalez to pull Encho Serrano out of the paint. And if he can shoot that on a consistent basis, then that's a whole different dynamic to his game.
And ito na, the veteran move by Andre Carapon, trying to stop the run, trying to stop the clock, trying to get some points from the free throw line.
And this is when the veterans of LaSalle will need to step up. It's really maintaining a lead, and then if you're down, really trying to make your own run and try to cut yung run ngayon ng FEU. So Andre Carapon fishing for the foul, going all the way to the basket. 2 free throws for him.
Shooting 2 free throws, Andre Carapon.
So it's 19-14. That's what we begin with here in our third game. Again, earlier today, at around 10:30 a.m. when we had our first game, UP winning over National University, almost lost the game too on a great NU run. I think they were 8 points down, if I'm not mistaken, no, Mikey, in that end of that game. While ito namang UST lost a 9-point lead also for themselves as Adamson squeaks past them by 7 in the end. So now we are here in the third game as Bienes all day to shoot, overcooks that one. Serrano with a rebound.
2 outside jumpers for FEU to start the second quarter. And you can look for them to try to attack the basket a little more the way they did in the first quarter.
Alonso, everything but the shot on that one.
And that's what Twente does for you on the defensive end, is really try to contain the paint and distract those guys and, you know, make it tough for them to see the basket every time they drive.
15 seconds.
So the drought is still there. Hindi makahanap ng buwelo ito offensively itong LaSalle in this game. Kani steps back. That's a tough one. Twente for the offensive recovery. Maneuvers for the fadeaway. Maybe not that shot yet for him.
Not the best shot selection though for Twente. He could have brought the ball back out to reset the possession. But here, again, the defense that he brings to the table, the interior defense that he carries the team in that regard for Coach Olsen Rosella.
Bates tutok na, no? Hindi pa mai-shoot as Nunag from the 17-footer. Twente offensive rebound, draws the foul, and will shoot 2 free throws as Malonzo is picked up by Bienes and Bates.
That's a tough matchup para kay Jamie Malonzo. Obviously, as athletic as he is, height is still mine. So Twente down low, boxing him out, getting that offensive rebound. And no other choice for Malonzo there but to foul Twente. Twente, bakit narinig tayo eh?
Oo nga, doon sa pre-game natin.
4 points ng first quarter ngayon, a chance to add on to that.
Shooting 2 free throws, Patrick Twente.
Oh, well, just imagine, Mikey, syempre, alam naman natin, wala ng Prince Izu, who was also, you know, he became eventually a scoring center for them. And with all of the centers that are playing right now who are not just scoring, they're agile, they're quick, they run the floor, they make rim runs, they defend, they rebound. You know, really puts a premium on that center position, especially for the foreign reinforcements.
That's why Brandon Bates is, for me, crucial for LaSalle. Because for Justin Baltazar to be able to play the 4 on a consistent basis. And look at this, like what you said, the big guy down low, Twente already 3 offensive rebounds, tying yung total output ng whole team ng LaSalle.
LaSalle on defense here. try to get that ball back. That will
Shot
not
clock
be
violation.
enough time. Now they made the stop. Time for them to score because they're almost a quarter na, Mikey, na hindi umi-score. Walang field goal, ha? 5:31 at the first quarter, yeah.
3 points kanina ni Baltazar. We'll see who they will go to. They have 2 guys or 3 guys who can create shots for themselves.
Malonzo down to Balti. Kicks it out. Keys for 3. That's short. Malonzo trying to tip it back in. Nope. 1 against 3 in terms of the rebounding there.
Outside, inside, still struggles for LaSalle.
Oh, look at that. Turning around, fading away, and kissing it off the glass. What a flakes, kakaibang move.
8 points already for Pachuente and a lot of offensive rebounds. They're really stepping up. I'm sure Coach Olsen Rosella has challenged Pachuente entering this ballgame. He did go up against an Ange Kwame last game.
Look at that. That's a good-looking drive. McDonald's instant replay showing that. And this run continues. Melesio is back here. 14-1 run continues for FEU. Malonzo finally trades it to break the silence of De La Salle.
Big shot there for Jamie Malonzo, his second triple of the ball game. So we always talk about the highlights, but this guy can ball and put the ball in the hole at any area of the floor.
Whoa, Alforque gets away from Bates, but unable to finish the play. The weave to Melesio. Melesio makes the cut. Free for 3 was Malonzo, but he says, I'll drive and kick it right out to Melesio for 3. Comes up short, and nothing falling for LaSalle here.
Oh, that was a wide open 3 for Aljel Melesio. I'm sure he would want to take that back and redo that shot.
Alforque, Ebonia. Ebonia drives to his left, spins right, fakes, goes back to the left. And an offensive-minded front court for FEU today.
Already 6 points for Barkley Ebonia, and again the patience down low, the footwork, the skill, and the soft touch over Justin Baltazar. And you see the struggles of DLSU in this quarter.
Wow.
Coming back from even before in the latter portion of the first, they were really struggling. 1 of 11 in the second, but you see the spin, the up and under move, and the finish over Justin Baltazar there. And like you said, the interior offense of FEU between Pachuente and of course Barkley Ebonia.
He came off the bench, right? Barkley Ebonia, so that's 14-0 now. Pagdating sa ating bench points.
Alforque and Barkley Ebonia have been leading the bench of FEU. On the other end, LaSalle has yet to get production off of their bench.
Surprisingly, Andre Caracut, Mikey, is 1 out of 5 from the free throw line today. 75% shooter from the line. Caracut, last year he was a 71% shooter. Today, 2 out of 6. They need all of these points.
And the free throw round, usually you get that your stroke there, your rhythm there, and your confidence as you see the ball go in the basket. So even in the free throw line, Andre Caracut and the LaSalle Green Archers have been struggling.
Gonzalez gets the pick, gets the space, but gets tapped and blocked. Comboy will release the 3 off to the left. And the ball finally will go to the LaSalle side.
Not the man you want taking shots from the outside if you're LaSalle.
Dodging bullets.
Oh,
Encho Serrano for Andre Caracut.
Encho Serrano now will come in. But De La Salle University who are
Shooting 2 free throws. Justin
on the
Baltazar.
look for points. This reminds me of FEU in their last game against Ateneo. And FEU right now is reminding me of the FEU that played against UE. So which goes back to our starting conversation dito sa ating pre-game.
Balancing-balance talagang teams here in Season 82. And FEU, they only had 15 points in the first half against Ateneo. The first quarter here, 19. This quarter, 13. So you see the difference of their shooting between both games. And that's only a 4-day difference. So ano nangyari sa FEU? Lumabas yung laro nila dito.
Oh, Malonzo's definitely fouled there by Ken Tuffin. I remember he is playing with a strained wrist.
Number 20, Ken Tuffin.
I was saying that he fell 9 times in that NU game, and in one of those drops, na-aggravate yung kanyang wrist. So
His
wrists are taped up.
I thought it was a dunk.
And if you're going
Caused
up
the
against
injury.
Malonzo, you're really gonna try to put him on the floor because you don't want to be on the wrong end of a poster.
13 minutes, 1 field goal. DLSU drought. There are games like this, Mikey. You know this. You know you've been part of the hotter teams. You've been part of the hotter games, and the games are just nothing can go wrong. But the good news for Salle is this is all in the first half.
And you just have to grind it out. You have to keep the game as close as you can with 2 minutes left here in the second quarter and try to get a little bit of momentum, gain a little bit of momentum entering the dugout, because you know with all the firepower that you have, the tables will turn anytime soon in terms of your offense.
Nakawala. Gonzalez with a free lane.
I mean, it's one thing to struggle on the offensive end, but that was just too easy for LJ Gonzalez, going all the way to the hole with no defense whatsoever from Salle.
Yun ang masakit doon. Balti against 2.
Finally.
Off the glass. Field goals have come few and far between para sa De La Salle, but a minute and 36 to play. 14-point deficit. Gonzalez looking for a receiver. Tuffin bobbles it. Malonzo dives again. Serrano, 3-on-2 on the other end. Malonzo is running. Malonzo finishes.
Nice find there for Encho Serrano, just looking at finding the streaking Jamie Malonzo in the first half. And this is the kind of momentum they need to gain back their confidence entering the second half.
Back to Malonzo. Fakes, fires. 3 seconds remaining. Bienes is fouled by Encho Serrano. Coach Olsen, Rosella, and Nash Rosella
Number 2,
on your
Encho
screens.
Serrano,
Eric Gonzalez
team foul number 3.
also there.
Well, that was a good foul. If this isn't in the act of shooting, that was a good foul
Right.
for Encho Serrano. They're not in penalty.
Right.
But if they call this an act of shooting,
Yun ang masakit.
definitely a bad foul. And then mukhang matagal na.
Nestor Zambrano is the one right there. Olsen asking for 3. The 3 shots. The lead is 10. Salle with a 6-0 run. Ganda sana rin nung play nung Salle with Malonzo with that fake. Just could not get it to drop.
Well, for those inbound plays, those sideline inbound plays, obviously the inbounder is always the most dangerous person. But di lang na-shoot ni Malonzo. Right now, the worst that can happen for Salle, 3 seconds to go, you're going to give Bienes 3 points and the ball back to FEU. An unsportsmanlike foul.
Official na.
The free throw for Ray Bienes.
But it is an unsportsmanlike foul.
I don't think he was going for the basketball, so a little tweak there, dun sa advantage fouls. And so definitely wasn't going for the basketball there. Clipped the arm of Bienes.
Well, we're talking to one of the officials here right beside us. No effort to play the ball is, as you also kind of explained. So remember, they have the option. This is a rule that also started last year. They have the option to upgrade or downgrade unsportsmanlike fouls into common fouls and vice versa. So right now it's 36-24. We'll be back. So officially, also checking the clock, Mikey, we are down to 1.7 seconds. 36-24 is our score after the 2 free throws from Bienes. Last play for FEU. Who are they going to go to? They go underneath, and Manuel breaks up that play. A quick 6-0 run by Salle at the end, but 2 free throws from Bienes of FEU gives us a 36-24 count at the half here on SNA.